What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And listen, flying is expensive, okay? Airlines gotta charge a pretty hefty penny to make it profitable to buy jet fuel and fly us around. So that being said, getting your airline miles is pretty important. If you could stack up enough miles to get a free plane ticket, then GG, you're doing pretty good. But I guess one guy in Australia ended up getting more free miles than he probably even ever wanted. Simply because he left his phone on the plane and it was collecting miles for like 2 days until he got it back. Dude's gonna be flying for free for quite some time, but I just thought it was a crazy story, so without further ado, let's go, baby. Passenger's iPhone racks up miles trapped in a plane seat. Could you imagine, dude? Like, sure, I guess getting a bunch of airline miles is pretty cool, but the idea of not having my phone for a few days, no thank you. I don't know if that shows I'm addicted to technology or what, but I'd be really annoyed if my phone was stuck on a plane for days. They've got to do a pretty crappy job at cleaning the plane if they didn't find it for quite some time. I'm just saying, bro, like, aren't they supposed to be deep cleaning the planes in between each flight? Meanwhile, this guy's iPhone has a life of its own on this airplane, probably got a new job, went to college, maybe had a family going before it was ripped away from the plane seat it was underneath and reunited with its original owner. Seriously though, like, they gotta update the cleaning practices. An iPhone took an unexpectedly long journey after it was lost on a flight, with the smartphone reportedly making multiple international trips before being returned to its owner. The iPhone, iPad, and other personal devices have become indispensable entertainment, making them ideal travel companions for long flights. However, a thread on a forum tells the tale of an iPhone going on a far longer journey than its owner. Maybe your iPhone just wanted to get out and see the world, you know? It was tired of being in your pocket all the time. It wanted to taste of freedom the way any freedom-loving iPhone would. They're not made in America, but they were invented here, ladies and gentlemen. USA. USA. Seriously though, like I said, gotta clean the planes a little bit better, whatever. You miss it on one flight, that's okay. This phone though was binging back and forth around the globe like a ping pong ball, and nobody ended up finding it, especially because the dude whose phone it was posting on a forum saying I need to get in contact with somebody because I left my phone on the plane. The one thing I'm not understanding though is, how do you forget your phone on the plane? Listen, I understand that things happen, you can always lose your phone, but I feel like if there's one thing you should check the pockets for before you get off an airplane, it's the phone and the wallet. And if neither one of those is in your pocket, then clearly you're leaving it behind and you don't want to be doing that. Just as a favor to the dude, they should let the miles that his phone collected actually count. I know they probably won't, they're probably going to take him away, but that being said, how sick would it be if they were like, alright dude, your phone flew 800,000 miles, you can keep all the points just because it was pretty inconvenient of us to not give that back to you for a couple days. The PR team over at this airline are like, oh, dang it, dude. Oh, really? Now I've got to stay up late, try to get us out of this pickle. Come on, guys. Imagine the PR team for the airline tries to spin it. No, you don't understand. We actually invented a new program called the Phone Exploration Program. We take iPhones and take them around the world just to give them a little bit more of a worldly experience. We found out that it helps the battery life last longer and makes your iPhone way more interesting. Plus, if you take it to enough different countries, then so many foreign intelligence agencies are spying on your iPhone that none of the stuff they gather actually matters because it's just basically public information at that point. Spin that, baby. Spin it for the PR of the airline. They just start shaming the dude who left it on the plane. Well, maybe if you weren't so irresponsible, it wouldn't have been lost for so long. You should have taken your phone with you. The thread on the Australian frequent flyer forum starts from May 6, where a user identified as Rugby asks if there's a way to contact Qantas Lounge in Sydney in a bid to track down their partner's iPhone after a journey. Reports 1 mile at a time. It was discovered via the Find My Friend network that the phone wasn't in a lounge but still on the plane. It's not like the person that lost their phone had some big evil master plan to like rack up a bunch of airline miles, which makes it even more confusing that it took so long for them to get their phone back. They're literally posting on a forum, hey, my phone's still on the plane, how do I get in contact? And the company just said, nah, we're gonna let it fly around for a few more days. I know an iPhone is very light. That being said, everything on a plane ends up needing a little bit of jet fuel to carry more weight, so I wonder if you calculated the math. Like, if the phone was flying around for 20 days, even though it only weighs a little, how much jet fuel was needed to fly this iPhone around for that amount of time, and how much did it cost? Being without your phone for 20 days, I mean, at that point, I'm probably going out and buying another phone, to be honest. I know that's insanely stupid, probably gonna get some judgment for that, but 20 days, that's an especially long time to not get it, especially if you're trying to contact where you lost it to get it back. At that point, if they haven't responded for 20 days and there's really no acknowledgement of the fact that you left your phone on the plane, I would just assume I'm not going to get it back. I don't know if that's stupid on my part, but if I call a company and say, hey, did I leave this there, and they just don't reply for 20 days, I'm either gonna assume they don't return lost items or it wasn't there. Despite repeated attempts to contact Qantas about the device, it seemed like the passenger wouldn't be getting any official assistance, and during this time, the still aboard iPhone followed along with the plane's travels. It was in transit from Sydney to Auckland and back, and then went intercontinental to Honolulu before coming back to Sydney again, followed by another trip to Auckland and then back to Sydney, and the owner was able to see the progress in the Find My network throughout its travels. Man, I would just really like to compliment this phone's battery life. Goodness gracious, this thing was on a journey. It's flying back and forth all over the place. I don't know how long the flight is from Sydney to Auckland. I'm gonna assume it's not insanely long. That being said, doing it multiple times on one battery is impressive, plus the flight to Honolulu and back. Seriously, did this guy have a modified battery or something? Did it have a charging case? How did this battery last that long? I feel like my iPhone's battery, it's not horrible, but on like a 4-hour flight, by the end of it, it's basically dead. This guy's phone is out here with the infinite battery. It probably had an infinity stone from Thanos' gauntlet just to make sure it stays topped off at all times. Maybe this was his plan to get all the miles. If I pretend it's an accident, they're a lot more likely to let me keep all the miles I've gathered. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, he's got it hooked up to like 9 portable chargers, just daisy chained together to make sure it doesn't die on the journey. I'm going to fly free forever! I've outsmarted Qantas's airplanes. It's like the lamest James Bond villain ever, more of a bad guy from Johnny Test than James Bond, but hey dude, whatever floats your boat. You and Bling Bling Boy got the same evil plans. After the plane completed its 3rd international trip, and with much assistance from the other forum members, the owner received a call from a Qantas employee who said the iPhone was being handed over to International Baggage Services. The owner was reunited with their iPhone in the following week after they returned to Sydney from Auckland. With the amount of time spent in the air, it's reckoned the iPhone may have theoretically achieved a silver level of rewards with the airline in its own right. There's the 5-minute crafts life hack right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want free airline miles, just forget your phone on a plane, let it fly a bunch of international flights, and then make a case to the airline that they need to give you all the miles because of the inconvenience, and if they don't, you'd be willing to sue because they didn't follow correct cleaning practices. Next thing you know, you've got Silver Mile membership, you're gonna be able to fly free for a bit, and on top of it, okay, you get to have stuck it to an airline, which may be up there as one of the most annoying businesses to deal with. I didn't used to hate airlines, and then I got stuck in Detroit for like 17 hours overnight during the Christmas season. You know what sucks about being stuck in an airport overnight, ladies and gentlemen? I'll tell you what. Everything's closed, so there's no food, there's nothing. I'm just stuck in this airport, and I go to the airline representatives and I'm like, hey, is there anything I can do? You know, is there anything open? Is there any flight anywhere to an airport that has stuff open? And they were like, no. You think you're the only person stuck? No, I didn't think I was the only person stuck. I know there was more people. I was just asking if there was anything I could do because I wasn't planning on being stuck in an airport where everything's closed for 17 hours. Anyways, I digress. I really do hope they let him keep the level of membership. I just feel like that's the least they could do for commandeering his phone for a week and a half. You know, the employee was like, hello, sir. We are calling to reach you to let you know that your phone has had an incredible journey amongst our airline. It has received over 50 bags of peanuts while flying in the seat, and we buckled it up at every point during turbulence. At Qantas Airlines, we hope that you know that we would treat your phone incredibly well while we kept it for 5 days. I love the idea of this forum just dedicating their existence to getting his phone back. All of them just calling the airline over and over again. One of them's an employee for the airline. He's trying to get it fixed. Whole community came together to get this person their phone back, and that's the type of beautiful friendship I love about Australian Airlines. You know what I'm saying? Those Australian Airlines, woo-wee, do they have a sense of community. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, I'd appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. And of course, subscribe if you're new and turn on those notifications. I post once, twice a day even. I've been on that double daily upload grind, so subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload. On that note though, guys, that'll do it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.